the problem we face with India is that on the 5th August 2019, India unilaterally discarded the United Nations Security Council resolution and took away the statehood of Kashmir. Now, in 1948, there were two resolutions that the people of Kashmir, through a plebiscite, they would decide whether they want to be part of India or Pakistan. Since that right was not given to them, the people of Kashmir have since then struggled to get that right, and Pakistan has backed them. But on 5th August 2019, India took away that statehood, that special status of Kashmir. So from then onwards, Pakistan has broken off all diplomatic relationship with India. And unfortunately, until they restore that statehood, we cannot really have a trilateral talk, which means India, Pakistan, and Afghanistan. I have been to Afghanistan. I have good relationship with President Ghani, and our own relationship has been very good, except that recently there have been statements from Afghanistan which basically accuse Pakistan of what is happening there. And it's very unfortunate because we feel that no country has tried harder than Pakistan to force the Taliban to get on the dialogue table, first with the Americans, and then trying to get them on a dialogue table with the Afghan government. But no country has tried as hard as we have. And this has been verified by the focal person, the United States focal person, Zalmay Khalilzad. I don't think any country, I know the history of cricketing world, no country in such a short space of time has improved in cricket as Afghanistan. There is a feeling in Afghanistan, and unfortunately this feeling is deliberately being perpetuated by India, that Pakistan is controlled by the military establishment. All the policies, foreign policies that my government has made have been part of a manifesto. They have been part of a manifesto for the past 25 years. Whatever foreign policy I have had has been part of my party's manifesto. So I always believed that there was no military solution in Afghanistan. I always believed that eventually there will have to be a political settlement in Afghanistan. It's exactly what I have been saying for 15 years, what I've been saying since I've been in government for the last 3 years. The Pakistan army fully supports the government. I always wanted to have peace with India. The Pakistan army has fully backed all my initiatives towards India for peace. It's India that refuses to have peace because India today is controlled by the RSS ideology, which is anti-Pakistan and anti-Muslim. And it is shown in what they have done in Kashmir. And if all you have to do is see what happens in India to the Muslims. Now we come to Afghanistan. The country, and I repeat, the country that of all the countries in the world wants peace in Afghanistan is Pakistan. Why? Because number one, if there's peace in Afghanistan, then Pakistan is connected right up to the Central Asia. We have already signed a contract, signed an agreement with Uzbekistan for the Mazar Sharif Peshawar Railway through Afghanistan. The people of Pakistan always think of people of Afghanistan as probably, if not neighbors, as our brothers. And they have suffered for 40 years of strife. And so we feel that if any country needs peace and quiet, it's Afghanistan. Thirdly, if this civil war goes on between the government and Taliban, it will almost certainly spill over to Pakistan's tribal areas. And we have really, in the last time when we joined the American war on terror, and as a result, we had the American war on terror spilled onto Pakistan's tribal area. 70,000 Pakistanis were killed in that. So last thing we want is that civil war spilling over into Pakistan, which it will do if it is a protracted civil war. And finally, we already have 3 million Afghan refugees. We cannot afford, if there's civil war, there will be more refugees coming in. And Pakistan does not have the economic conditions to, to have another influx of refugees. So it is in our interest, and that is why Pakistan has tried its best, is trying its best for a political solution in Afghanistan. What the Taliban are doing or not doing has nothing to do with us. You have to speak to Taliban about what they're doing. We're not responsible. Neither are we some spokespersons for Taliban. But you have two choices. 20 years, a military solution has been attempted to bring peace to Afghanistan, and that's failed. Now you have a choice. Either this American-backed military solution, you can continue, because if you feel the Taliban are not someone you want to have in part of your government, you can keep on the course of a military solution. But everyone knows it's not possible anymore. The second solution is to have a government, a political compromise between the Taliban and the government, to have a compromise, an inclusive government. That is the only solution. Pakistan's interest is peace there. There are 3 million Afghan refugees in Pakistan. Almost all of them are Pashtuns. And all of them, or most of them, would have sympathies with Taliban. How is Pakistan supposed to check who is going over there to fight or not when there are about 25,000, 30,000 people who cross every year, every day? They go into Afghanistan and come back. How is Pakistan going to check that? So Pakistan has consistently said that if the Afghan refugees go back to Afghanistan, then hold us responsible. That until recently, there was no border between Pakistan and Afghanistan. The Durand line was just imaginary. There was no physical border. So to stop, to control the outflow and inflow into Pakistan, we have built this fence at a huge cost to Pakistan. We have completed 90% of the fence now. So for the first time, you have a border fence. Before that, there was no border anywhere. Durand line was no border. So we are trying our best, but it is not possible to hold Pakistan responsible when you have over 3 million refugees here. What interest could possibly Pakistan have in a civil war in Afghanistan? What interest would Pakistan have in backing someone to take over Afghanistan? Now, and especially my government, we believe that Afghanistan can never be controlled from outside. Afghanistan has a history. Throughout history, Afghans are the most independent people. So you can't control Afghanistan from outside. So our government's policy is, whoever the people of Afghanistan choose, Pakistan will have best relationship with them. So we have no favorites now.